สนับสนุนโดยกรุงเทพประกันภัยสุดคุ้มชุด4โรคคลาสสิกโทร022858888เปปทีนขอเป็นกำลังใจให้ทุกคนประสบความสำเร็จในการสอบเปปทีนอยากให้ทุกคนมีความคิดดีๆทุกวันของขวัญที่ส่งถึงกันได้ทุกวันกิฟเฟอรีน Gifts for Life ธนาคาร CIMB ไทยรุดหน้าสู่อนาคต
I've talked to monks and nuns here and Dharma teachers here who say we don't have to be Buddhist to do this. So you don't emphasize being Buddhist to use applied Buddhism.
Most of the people who come here in Bangladesh to practice, they belong to the Jewish, Christian. We don't urge them to abandon their Jewish roots or their Christian roots. We urge them to maintain their roots.
I see.
Yeah. We say that you can profit a lot from the Buddhist teaching to transform yourself, but you don't need to give up your roots. So they are very happy about that. But after having practiced and transformed, they still want to take the 3 refuges and 5 precepts. And they take it in such a way that they don't betray, they don't feel that they betray their own tradition. And it is possible. Because here we continue to have a deep dialogue with Christianity and Judaism, Islam. And we recognize the values of these traditions. And we say that it is possible for them to practice Buddhism while remaining a Christian or a Jew. So they are very happy after some time of practicing with us. So there is a dialogue going on in order to help making peace between religions. This is very important aspect of our work here. I have written books on the subject of religious dialogue. For Christianity, I have written Living Buddha, Living Christ. And Coming Home, Buddha and Jesus, they are brothers. So these books are bestsellers, and they can help many Christians to understand Buddhism, and they have helped many Buddhists not to have prejudices against Christianity and Judaism. So it's promoting dialogue and mutual understanding. It's very good. And that is why we have also offer retreats that has the participation of every tradition, so that one tradition can learn from other traditions as well.
Here I see a picture of Lord Buddha and Jesus Christ, standing side by side as brothers.
But in fact, they are real brothers, and they can help each other because Jesus is the Son of God, but he is also the Son of Man. The Buddha never claimed he's a son of God, but he said that I am the son of man. So they meet in that as children of the earth. Excellent, outstanding children of the earth. That is good enough. So in our European Institute of Applied Buddhism, we say that Buddhism as taught here is not religion. It is a way of life, a way of transformation and healing. So please come. You don't need to take 3 refuges. You don't need to take 5 precepts. You just profit from teaching and practice. And if you can heal yourself, if you transform yourself, that makes us happy enough. You don't need to become a Buddhist in order to succeed in your transformation and healing.
So you de-emphasize the word religion.
Yes. This is not a religion. This is we can offer the teaching and the practice in a non-sectarian way. I think this is a new door open to the world, and I think Buddhism has that kind of openness that can be appreciated by many people. Buddhism is not caught in dogmas and ideas. Even the notion of impermanence and no self can be released. Even the notion of nirvana can be released.
What do you think of the trend of non-believers, or more and more books that I see about people who say they don't believe in God? There's one book that has the title of God is not great even. Is that a new trend in the West that people are saying that we don't believe in God and that religion is old-fashioned, outdated?
I think it's partly because religion has done many negative things. They have supported war and division and discrimination. That is why the credit is not so good, so positive. And then if you are so fanatical, dogmatic, you are not pleasant. And anyway, in Buddhism, we learn everything is created by our mind, including God, including good and evil, including birth and death, one or many, because these are pairs of opposite. Birth and death, coming and going, one and many, and so on. All these kind of things are creation of our mind. So if a theologian say that God is the ground of being, we may ask the question, if God is the ground of being, who will be the ground of non-being? So God is not everything. So if you identify God with being, with goodness, you reduce God to something less than God. It's very, very wonderful that in Buddhism we learn that everything is a creation of our mind, including the world. Reality transcends all kinds of notions and concepts, including the notion of good and evil, creation, destruction, and so on. So it gives us total freedom. The reaction by a number of people against religion is just natural. If we know how to approach these people, they're very happy to learn about Buddhism, because Buddhism is very close to them. Because Buddhism is very free. Buddhism is not attached to any dogma, any idea. And Buddhism promotes the kind of absolute freedom. Freedom from yourself, freedom from God, freedom from good and evil, freedom from any kind of concepts. And I think Buddhism has a highly scientific spirit. And the most interesting thing is that in the 21st century, there may be a dialogue, a cooperation between Buddhist practitioners and scientists. If they work together, they can bring out very good things.